If you've ever sat with a pile of magazines and thought, none of this feels right for my journals, you're not alone. By the end of this video, you'll have at least one magazine focal point that feels vintage friendly and totally usable. So if you want to know how I did that, I'll be showing you how to put it together during this video. So as I go through a magazine, I try and choose images that I think I can alter. So I might pick out the words or maybe these frames, and then I'm going to alter them slightly and turn them into a proper focal point. So, been downstairs and raided my recycling bin for these boxes, and I've stuck all of the cutouts onto the boxes. I'm just going to cut them out and stitch round them. If you haven't got a stitching machine, sewing machine, then you can totally skip that step. If you just want to add one image as your focal point, you can do that. If you just want to add some words, maybe just even one word, you can do that. There's no rules. I mean, you can add a whole lyric. I found this and I'm definitely going to be using this at some point. So obviously you can't just put this on the page on its own, and I didn't do that. So we'll just move these out because you will need a few extra little supplies. Any bits of fabric scraps that you may have lying around. Doesn't matter where they come from as long as they fit your style of journal. I've also prepared some. So this is from just coffee filters. You know, these ones that go round a cup. And all I've done is cut shapes out of them. Or stamped, die cut, that's the word. I've painted some of them. Others I haven't. Oh, you sneaked in there. This is my next bit, is I have just cut out some shapes from maps, book pages. You may be able to tell some of them are a bit more shabby. In a minute, I'm going to show you my favourite trick for making magazine images and words look less bold. And this changed my view on how to use magazines. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a quick demo. And first thing I'll do is my Distress Oxide. Ink works as well. Water it down, and I've got a tiny bit of white gesso. You can use paint if you'd rather. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my little silicone brush because I don't want a lot. You only want a little tiny bit. And sort of mush it. Mush it, that's the technical term. There we go. And I'm just going to grab a tissue because what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to do these and then I'm going to play with some book pages. So as you can see, shiny magazine images. Not for long, because all I'm doing, I'm going to put them on there, is dab with a very soft brush. Makeup brushes are good, you know, the cheap ones. And then just very lightly stamp over your images. Very slow. You don't need to rush this. If you rush it, you could overdo it and then it would look silly, but it does just take that shine off, which is what we want. And you can use any distress colour ink. If you want, like some of mine, I did a bit of pink. And this is just cut out the magazine and backed like all the others, just as a little background piece to use in layering. And it does take the shine off. So I'm going to just show you a couple of different variations and how I create my layering, because it was something I struggled with for a long time. A long time. So I've got this little journal, and I've created this from just an old book and packing paper and a few bits of scrapbook paper, and I've started painting on it and all sorts. I don't know what I was doing. I was just trying to cover up some blank pages, but I thought maybe let's just choose this one. We can have a go at just showing you how we can. I'm going to use this because I want to, and I think this will look really nice when we've done it. And I'm just going to pick out some bits. I haven't got a lot of blue out, so I don't know about Mr. Blue Sky. At the moment it's Mr. Grey Sky in the UK. So maybe we could have some fabric. And maybe some of this. Maybe I should have a smaller piece. That looks nice. And this is going to go on. So we need a little bit more. So I've got this frame, and we can maybe add this one down here. And you just keep adding little bits until you feel like it's done. So obviously we don't need a word for this because we've got plenty of words, but I do have this that I cut out of the magazine, and maybe we could put him up there. Something like that. I quite like that the other way, but it's not going to work that way. I think I was right the first time. Maybe we overlap it a little bit. I think that will be done. That is as simple as it comes. So all you have to do then is just remember where you put everything and glue it down. You can take a photo at this point, but really it's not necessary. Oh, no, that's not first, is it? What's first? The bottom layer. So we're going to just pop some glue. If I take the lid off, that might work. So we could actually put maybe another bit of fabric on there as well. Maybe some lace. That might be nice. Oh, I didn't try that. Let's put that on. Do we need a bit of lace as well? Does that make it look really nice? I do quite like that little bit of lace. Gluing lace is quite tricky, so I'm just going to pop on a few blobs. But I just wanted to show that you don't have to overthink focal points. For a long time, they were my nemesis. I just hadn't got a clue. And I probably still haven't. But it just goes to show that if you just keep practicing and just don't worry about your final pieces, just have a little book like this that you can play in. And you can just practice making focal points like this. Make yourself some little pieces of ephemera like this. Very easy to do. Cut yourself some magazine images. Stain the edges and they're ready to go. Oh, I want that underneath. There we go. How about that? Done. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do another one on a completely blank page. And I'm desperate to use this. Look at this. How cool is this? It's just so big though. So I'm going to show you what you can do with little ones. Now these, get it the right way up, I cut out of a magazine, and I cut out quite a few little pieces like this. They were pictures on the wall, and I cut them out. And I think maybe we could use 3 of them as a design. I'm looking at that one. Just completely different. So let's take them off. We need something in our background. So put your big piece down first. Now I do have some paper. This is just, what do you call it? You know, that handmade paper. And it's, I've embossed it. Oh, the words aren't coming today. The words aren't coming. And I've also got this one. Quite like that. So that would be our base. And then maybe we could add what else have I got? I've got some of this. This is like a bit of a fabric sample. And just layer in again. Oh, I've got this. I quite like that. And let's see what it looks like. Let's see if we can add our 3. So maybe we could do something like that. And this piece looks like needs a bit of inking. Probably got some ink left on it. And it just transforms with a little bit of ink. We need something else. I need something else. Maybe a bit of, let's have a look. Well, that could go on there. No. No, that's too big. Got a smaller one. And just cut these out with those children's scissors. I quite like that. Maybe this one could go there. And we could put inspiration. There we go. Done. I'm quite happy with that. And if I wanted to add anything else to that page, I would probably do some stitching on here, which I'm very tempted to do, but I'm not going to because this is going to be a quick video. So try and remember where I put everything and just glue it all down. So as you can see, it doesn't take long. Don't overthink it. I'm not the world's expert. I'm not saying I'm an expert at this, but just put it down until it feels right is what I would say. If it looks right to you, then go with it. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. If you like it, I know I'll put glue on that now. It's going to go off the edge, but hey, I can then add something on there to dangle if I wanted to. And let's just add our focal points. You can have 3. You can have 1. I'm just showing you different ways. I think I've got them the wrong way round, haven't I? I think I've done it differently, but I'm not that worried. It'll look great. As long as I get them the right way up. Should we go there or should we come down here? I might put that down there. I've changed my mind. And you're allowed to do that as well. So Let me know in the comments if you struggle more with images or words, and I'll try and make a video about that. And don't forget, you're allowed to do it your way. You don't have to copy me. You don't have to copy anybody else. Just do whatever looks right for you. See you soon. Bye for now. And I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. So I've made this little journal just out of an old book with scrappy, what's it called? Packing paper.